What is going on, New York Giants fans? Welcome to another video from Hit Squad Productions. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. I have been missing making videos, and we're back. We are back, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. We're going to be uploading more videos as the season gets closer, but, we've had some interesting news, the last couple days, and obviously, with the team being in pads, there's been a lot of different things going on with the New York Giants. To me, I think the Giants are in the right direction, right? This team, they're gritty, they're competitive, they bought into the Joe Judge culture, and honestly, as a fan, you can't be nothing but excited for this team. Now, yes, there are some concerns. We're waiting to see the injury update with Kenny Golladay. We saw yesterday that, when he dropped the pass and almost took a hit, he kind of reached for his hamstring, which I'm a little bit more enlightened that, it was his hamstring and nothing more serious, like his hip, because he did have hip surgery. So to me, we kind of dodged a bullet there, but we still are waiting. Now, we did have an injury scare with Shane Lemieux. We all know that he'll be out for a couple weeks, but he should be back. And what the New York Giants did for depth was go out and sign Joe Looney. Well, it was announced today, per Jordan Renan, that Joe Looney actually retired. And we just signed Joe Looney this past Saturday. Now, to me, this is a little shocking considering the fact that linebacker Todd Davis also retired on Tuesday, who we just signed as well. Now, you're going to have some Giants fans say that these players are retiring because they can't handle Joe Judge's camp. They're tired of the laps. And to me, it's like, I only want players that want to be New York Giants. I only want players in training camp that want to be a part of this team, that are going to help this team win. And, unfortunately, we're going to have players that aren't going to make the cut. And honestly, I thought Joe Looney would have been an excellent depth signing. He was over from the Cowboys. There was familiarity there. And, it's a little upsetting, but at the same time, I think that this does make room for the team to go look at a player like Austin Ryder, who was from the Chiefs. Now, I know a lot of Giants fans are a little iffy about that because, Austin Ryder primarily played center. And, you don't want to move Nick Gates from center to guard. But I kind of disagree there. I think that Nick Gates had his best season as our right guard. And I know that he played great as our center, but, he actually had a better season as our right guard. And you can actually move Will Hernandez from the right guard position back to the left guard position. But to me, with Joe Looney retiring, the Giants right now have to figure out what they're going to do at the guard position. We didn't really address it. I know that we got Zach Fulton from the Texans. I know that we have, I think it's Kenny Wiggins. But the Giants really do need some depth because we saw with Shane Lemieux going down, we didn't really have depth. And that's really what the season is riding on. This offensive line has to stay intact. This offensive line has to be at least average because if not, Daniel Jones and this offense, they're not going to progress, and we're going to be in for a rude awakening this season. I'm telling you guys that right now. And honestly, I think that's everybody's biggest concern right now is the offensive line. I'm excited for players like Andrew Thomas. I'm excited for players like Matt Parrott, who I think is going to have a great season. But at the same time, I want to be aware and self-conscious to the fact that the offensive line needs some depth. And with Joe Looney retiring, the Giants now have to go back out and get another guard. But I think that they will. I do trust Joe Judge. I trust the process. And I think that this team, again, is headed in the right direction. Now, what player would they go out for? Again, like I said, an Austin Ryder would be nice. But we're really going to have to see what the New York Giants do. Now, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do think that it would be smart for the Giants to bring in Austin Ryder because I think that he's going to be your best option on the free agency market. Now, when you look at the Giants right now, the way it looks, man, I mean, we got to figure out something quick. But, I think that the New York Giants will be on top of that. In terms of how the defense is looking, man, you are hearing great things about this defense. And really what you're hearing is you're hearing great things about Adoree Jackson. And to me, that was one of the players that we signed this offseason that I was really excited to see on the field, because I think Adoree Jackson has a lot of potential. I know that, he hasn't really lived up to that potential. He's been injury riddled. But I think that, if you look at, Patrick Graham, especially last year, he got the most out of players that, in my honest opinion, I wouldn't have thought he would have gotten the most out of. You look at players like Blake Martinez. You look at players like James Bradbury. You could throw Logan Ryan in there. So I think that if there's any coach on the New York Giants that could get the most out of a player, it's going to be Patrick Graham. And Adoree Jackson, he had a nice pass breakup on Kenny Golladay. He's looking really good. You're hearing the players say, there's a difference between him and Bradbury. Adoree's more faster, a little bit more physical. So I'm really excited to see that. Logan Ryan is turning into the excellent leader that we needed on this defense. And honestly, he's really started to become one of my favorite players on this defense, because he's really stepping up to the plate. He's really understood and accepted what it means to be a New York Giant. And you got to love that. You really got to love that. I love the leaders that we have on this team, not just defensively, but offensively. And I think that this team, again, we're going to surprise a lot of people. I know a lot of people have the Washington football team ahead of us. They have Dallas ahead of us. But I'm telling you guys, watch out for the New York Giants. This team is a playoff team. We will go to the playoffs, and we're going to make more videos as the season goes on. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, leave a like below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.